This is Steve Erickson. It's May 22nd, around 6:30 Eastern Time. I'm on the phone with Steve Murzin. Steve, you there?
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. Okay. We'll move on from the time that you were stabbed because of the. I'll let you go ahead with the story. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I guess after I had reported the police brutality and made a complaint against the officer that had beaten me, and went to the press, the story got pretty big, and they got wind that this guy Joe Drum said that the police had a list of people that they wanted pretty much executed, and they hired a guy Todd Vashon to do these jobs. My name happened to be on that list along with Phillip Inkel.
Todd Vashon?
Yep.
All right. You might have to speak a little bit slowly. I mean, your voice is modulating fine, but over the cell phone it's a little bit...
Okay. And, well, so the Nardella and Thomas, the town policemen, they had compiled this list of people that they wanted hits done on it.
Colchester, Connecticut?
This is Colchester, Connecticut.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
And one of the guy that they were going to hire to do this was Todd Vashon. Now, a good friend of Todd Vashon approached me while I was on recruiter's assistant in Connecticut, and he had told me that my name was on this list along with Phil Inkel. And that's all he said, and he walked away. So, I said, well, we know that Todd Vashon is a police informant, and, let's talk to him, see if he wants to talk about it. So we get him to give a video, confession or statement with my attorney. My father and I were also present. Todd Vashon also made recordings of transactions, money transactions between him and Officer Nardella and Thomas. And what had happened was one night, the police, it was big news now that Todd Vashon had come out with this information that he was, the police were soliciting him for murder for hire. So it kind of foiled their plans. But in the meantime, there's rumors going on that they're going to get somebody else to do it. Okay.
All right.
So now I get a call at the office. I was working in Norwich at the Marine recruiting station. Some kid, Rob Prevetti, went to high school with.
What's his name? Rob.
Sorry?
What was the guy's name?
Rob Prevetti.
Rob Prevetti.
Yeah.
And this was in what, 94, 95?
This would have been 94. Summer of 94. August. And I'd say August 18th. So he calls me and says, he's thinking about joining the Marine Corps. And I said, well, let's meet up, we'll talk. And the guy he would never come into the Marine office to talk about it. I'd see him in town occasionally, and, one time he had said, he's a little kid, he had to be about 4'2", 4'3", built like a Tuesday, the wind would knock him down on a summer day. And he said, Steve, I'm trying to go see my girlfriend. Every time I go see my girlfriend the next town over, these kids stop and harass me and everything. He says, can you just come with me and talk to him? He goes, that way at least if I get to my girlfriend's house, maybe you can train it. I said, yeah, sure. I said, no call for violence or anything like that. I figured I'd help him out, trying to get him to join the Marines,
It sounds like you're insinuating that the police may have asked him to set you up?
Well, the thing is that I didn't know it at the time when Robert Betty is also a police informant. Not only did I not know that, I didn't know that he had pins in his legs and a steel plate in his leg or possibly his head, and he knew that he was ineligible for the service. If I would have known these things, I definitely would have talked to him. And my boss at the time, my gunnery sergeant, he would say, don't even bother to talk to the kid. He's ineligible. But I didn't know these things. So I go, sorry?
All right, the individual, I'll let you go on with your story, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I go into, I follow Rob Prevetti into town, and I guess his girlfriend's sitting over here in some pavilion type of, it's almost like an outdoor gazebo on the lake. And it's probably around 7, 8 o'clock, it's dark. a few kids there, but they didn't look threatening. Everyone was kind of sitting around. So I got out of the car and walked with Rob Ravetti, and I don't even think I had a chance to say anything, but somebody had come out of the darkness. I mean, it was literally like out of the darkness. I could see everybody when I pulled up, and nobody had moved or anything, but somebody had come out of nowhere wearing a black hoodie, okay? It was pulled tight, the strings were drawn tight, and it was torn around his face. You could see like a nose, maybe.
Yeah.
This guy started stabbing me. He stabbed me once in the shoulder and, you know, wrestled around and everything. They got me about 13 times. And,
did you later find out the individual's name?
What I found out was that two of the guys that were there tried to stop him, okay? And he ended up stabbing, not just me, he ended up stabbing two other guys. And, I believe one of the guys' name was, one of the guys getting stabbed was, Paul. I'm not sure of his last name. I have to do some research, but these guys tried to stop him. And they tried to chase him. They tried to chase him or found out he had thrown the weapon afterwards, and they tried to find that or chase it down or whatever. Nobody got a look at this guy until the guy stabbed him while he was stabbing this other kid, Paul. So, meanwhile, this kid, Mike Lee, he says, they got to take him to the hospital. I said, no, take me to my parents. I said, it's not that bad, you know. Yeah. And he takes me home. As soon as I get home, I become unconscious. I think I went into shock. Yeah. I lost so much blood. I mean, it was really bad. And, you know, the ambulance had taken me to the hospital. And I'd been sewn up and arrested for breach of peace.
You got arrested in the hospital when you woke up?
Yeah. I was taken down to the State Police barracks in UMK, where I was beaten at one time. And I was told to give a statement. So I gave a statement. And I'd never heard anything about it. You know, I thought this was some random kid. You know, I kind of wondered, you know, what the odds are me getting stabbed. I wasn't violent, or no one attested to me being violent at all. And come to find out, I never got called into court to testify against this kid. No idea if he went to jail, what happened to him. I didn't even know what he looked like up until a couple of days ago, okay?
Yeah.
And he had been charged with second-degree assault, which is a felony. And he's given 2 years suspended sentence and 1 year probation. And he had to pay $500 in restitution.
Okay, that's the stabbing. When was? I mean, that's old case. What's that?
August 18th of '94.
August 18th of '94 is when was the judge sentence him?
I have no idea. I was never told anything. I mean, it was literally like I got stabbed, went to the hospital, got arrested, never heard about the case again.
All right, so he stabbed two other people, but
I went to court for the breach of peace in Norwich.
Yes.
And it was valid.
Okay. So they didn't further prosecute you for being stabbed?
No.
All right. Do you know the individual's name that stabbed you?
Yeah, Dave Taylor.
Dave Taylor.
Yeah. Now the thing that really gets me is the kid that brings me down there is a police informant, and the police informants have been known to set people up in town, playing things on people, get them arrested, start fights, get people shot, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the kid, Dave Taylor, I believe, had a criminal record of burglary, assault.
So he's a felon.
Sorry?
He's a felon. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Stabs 3 people in one night, gets off scot-free with a year of probation. You know, I almost died that night.
So it's attempted murder.
He didn't get charged with it, but I'd say it's attempted murder. Sure. If I didn't have the help of the other 2 guys that were there to pull him off me, I'm sure I'd be dead.
All right, Dave Taylor, how did you find out a couple days ago that he'd only got suspended sentence and probation?
Well, I'd asked my father. I said, you know, my father's become pretty fluent with the internet and doing research and et cetera. And I said, you know, just out of curiosity, I said, can you find out what Dave Taylor was charged with and whatever happened with the charges? He said, sure.
What town is he from?
I believe it's from Colchester.
All right. And you're what, 31 or 32? How?
31.
31. How old's the individual that stabbed you?
It's my age. It has to be 30, 31.
So you didn't know him from school?
Didn't know him from school, huh?
All right. Do you know my email address?
Yeah.
Do you mind sending me those, whatever documents you have on that?
Sure.
All right. I'll post those along with the story. Is there anything else that you can add to that, or?
No, that's basically it. You know, I'll tell you, it doesn't seem like a coincidence anymore. You know.
It really shows that the police, both state and the towns, they're able to get away with setting up murders, covering up crimes, and encouraging criminal activity. And I would assume that if a judge would allow somebody to almost, that would knowingly allow an individual that almost killed somebody to get $500 fine and probation, suspended sentence, does that sound fishy to you?
Yeah. Well, after I got stabbed, okay?
Yes.
I don't know how many kids in that town were working police informants, but I don't know if it's a coincidence either, but the same kid, Rob Pervetti, who brings me down to get stabbed,
yeah,
happens to be in one of the cars with two other police informants that allegedly draws a meeting on a kid, and the kid pulls out a shotgun and he kills one kid and shoots a couple of other ones. You know? That's what they do. They get in the cars, they go down, do what the police tell them to do, they start up a thing, whatever it is,
yeah,
and people go to jail.
All right, so did the police shoot these kids, or who shot them?
Sorry?
I said the people that were killed, who killed them?
One of the kids, the guy named Howell.
Yeah.
They had chased him to his house. They go to his house. He runs in the house, and then, possibly self-defense. He comes out with a shotgun, pops a couple of shots into the cars.
Yeah.
One kid dies, a couple others get hit. I think there were some superficial wounds, but the kid needs in prison. He got 20 years,
All right. How does this have to do with the police in Colchester?
What does it have to do with it?
Yeah.
Well, the kid's in the car, police informants.
Yeah.
Okay?
And
it shows how the town policemen use police informants to set people up, to have them arrested. I mean, they've been known to steal car radios and put them in other people's cars, and then call the cops and say, hey, look what I saw. That type of thing.
All right. I could add my story to this, but I can type that along. But I'm kind of upset that, or more than upset that, individual in Connecticut can stab 3 people, almost kill somebody, and not get any time, and then an innocent individual can be charged and go to prison for just made-up charges. I mean, they have it both ways.
Right. It's unbelievable. And it's scary. It really is.
All right. We'll talk further on another subject. I think that I'll cover this one unless you have something more to add.
No, we definitely should talk again.
All right. Thanks, Steve, and keep in touch. All right?
All right.
We'll talk soon.
Take care, Steve.
Yep, bye.